Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? Are you guys doing great? Okay, so if you are watching me and you have not yet subscribed, I will want you to just take a minute and subscribe, because today we're going to be talking about something that I feel that you also need to share with other people. So January is upon us, and this is the time when a lot of people all over the world are fasting. Some people are fasting for religious reasons. Maybe their church calls for fasting during the month of January to bring in the new year, to see the face of God. And I, as a Christian, that is something that we practice at my church. And I just want you guys to be aware of a few things. Other people fast and they do what is known as fasting to lose weight. There are different fasts, such as intermediate fast, which I have done, and I do practice that also. Occasionally, they also do fast like alternate day fasting, where you eat on one day, you don't eat another day. I've done that also before. There's so many fasts all over the place. Okay, the way some people fast is they fast and they don't eat anything until the end of the day, one meal. Okay, so how does that play in when it comes to our hair and caring for our hair? I'm going to be looking down because I have my notes right here. So when it comes to fasting, fasting can be positive, it can be negative, it can help you, and it also depends on the duration of how long you fast for. Sometimes when you fast, it can actually help your body kind of get a kickstart, like start up, like, okay, let's do what we're supposed to do. We have all this junk. It's as if when you are eating different foods, processed food, all this junk is just there. But fasting can actually help you detox and get your motor running. So it could be a positive thing in some instances. Now, one thing I want to share with you is that, and I'm going to put on my glasses so that I can see what I wrote down. One thing I can tell you is that it also depends on the individual person. So some people, when they fast, they don't drink any water. Their body goes through a period of dehydration, where they are not hydrating their body well. It can also affect their overall health in a good way and also in a bad way. So I want you to be mindful of when you fast. Just keep that in mind. Now, let's talk about some positive effects of fasting on hair. So when you are fasting, here is a positive effect. Number one, it improves the sensitivity to insulin. Okay, so insulin, your level is adjusted, is regulated when you fast. So fasting helps to regulate insulin, and we all know that insulin, sugar, all that stuff attributes to hair loss, right? If you eat too much sugary stuff, sugar can, and high insulin can actually affect your hair. You can cause your hair to have hair loss, can affect your hair follicles. And so when you fast, it helps reduce inflammation that is caused by this insulin elevation, right? It helps reduce inflammation. And when inflammation is reduced, you don't have that hair loss, because inflammation has been known to contribute to hair loss, right? So that's one thing. Number two, another positive thing about fasting is that it helps to detox your body. So all these toxins that can affect your hair, all these toxins that can cause your hair to go into a state of breakage, hair loss, when you detox, it's known as like the cellular cleanup. It cleans up areas that you need in your body, toxins. It removes the toxins. So there's some things that can help improve your scalp health. When you detoxify, it can actually help improve your scalp health. It can also help improve the environment, the area where hair is going to grow from. Okay, so the third thing that is like a positive and this is especially important for women. The positive to doing a fasting or fasting for a period is that it helps balance your hormones. So as a woman going through perimenopause, going through menopause, our hormones are not balanced. So we have all these issues going on with us. Now, when you do fasting, especially intermediate fasting has been known to support hormonal balance, because what does it do? It regulates what is known as cortisol in the body. So let's say that you are someone that you are like, okay, you finish eating at 6 p.m., right? And you don't eat again till 12 p.m. the next day. That could be your own form of intermediate fasting. Okay? So that is 18 hours. Yes, 18 hours of not eating. That could be a form of intermediate fasting. So intermediate fasting helps reduce cortisol, and it helps reduce excessive levels of what is known as DHT. You all have known as DHT. You know, I've talked about DHT blockers such as caffeine and green tea, spraying it to your hair, all that stuff. But do you know that when you do intermediate fasting, that can actually help balance those hormones? So you might want to start off with that. If you're having hormonal imbalance, if you just see that your hormones are just out of whack, try intermediate fasting. But always, before you do any form of fasting, I would say consult with your doctor, because everybody is different, your health is different, medications are different. I remember when I did alternative day fasting, where I was fasting every other day. I was eating one day, I didn't eat the next day. I lost a lot of weight. I had more clarity. I could think better. I could articulate better. But the issue is I developed acute, significant insomnia, because my magnesium level was low, my potassium level was low, all these levels were so low. So I had to stop doing alternate day fasting. I was going to do it for life. What was I joking with? But the thing is that you have to understand yourself. So now let's talk about the negative aspect of fasting. So the negative aspect of fasting is, as I mentioned, nutrition deficiency. I just mentioned it right now. Number one, so fasting, it results in insufficient intake of essential nutrients. Now, I just detangled my hair. Well, I just sprayed down my hair, and I retwisted it, and my hair is long. My hair is doing good. But look, this is how much I lost. And I didn't even really detangle my hair, because I'm doing intermediate fasting. My body just started acting up. So this is something that I'm going to see if I could regulate. So what are the nutrients that you could lose that will affect your hair? Number one, biotin, iron, zinc, and protein. So this can lead to your hair getting weaker and increased shedding. So I have to be mindful of that as someone that has issues already whenever I fast, because I do want to fast, and I do want to pray to God that God Almighty, in this period of fasting, help my hair thrive like the Queen of Sheba. Don't mind me. But you can pray about that stuff. So the negative thing that fasting does is that it can put on this stress on your body and throw your body into a phase called it triggers what is known as telogen effluvium. Okay, so this is a condition where your hair enters this resting period. So your hair is like, we're fasting, we don't have enough energy, we are stressed. Your hair just, and what does it do? It starts coming out, shedding unnecessarily. So that's another thing you have to be mindful of. The next thing is number 3, dehydration. When people fast, a lot of people fast, they do white fast, they do all this fast where they don't drink water, they don't touch their mouth, nothing touches their mouth. Even some of them, they don't even brush their teeth. Please brush your teeth. And when that happens, their body dehydrates. And when your body dehydrates, we all know that our hair loves water, right? When your body dehydrates, when they're doing this dry fasting, dehydrated hair, dehydrated body leads to dehydrated hair. Dehydrated hair becomes brittle and more prone to breakage. So the last one is, of course, hormonal imbalance. See, there's an hormonal balance aspect to fasting, but remember I told you it's intermediate fasting. Now, hormonal imbalance can happen when you do a prolonged fasting. So some people will fast for 7 days, they won't eat. The longest I have ever fasted was 3 days without touching water. Nothing entered my mouth for 3 days. And I documented it. And you could say, for 3 days, were you not weak? No, it was so interesting because I've never fasted that long before. And I wasn't weak. I was actually more energized. I was exercising. I was going to work. But I experienced significant hormonal imbalance. And as I told you, sleeping, I couldn't sleep. It took over 6 months for my body to readjust again. So prolonged fasting would disrupt what is known as your thyroid hormone. And that thyroid hormone is very, very essential to hair growth. So there are ways that you can fast without harming your hair. So if you guys want to learn about ways that you can fast without causing issues to your hair, comment below, let me know, and I'll do a video about it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. And if you want a part 2 on what ways can I fast that would not affect my hair, comment below and I'll let you know, and we'll talk about that. Okay, thank you so much. If you need one-on-one help with your hair, comment below, let me know, and look at the link in the first comment and we'll get started with caring for your hair together. Thank you so much. And my name is Shola and I'm a certified natural hair coach, here to help you thrive in your natural hair journey. We'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.